And so in case you've been living under a rock since Saturday night, that's Arteta referring to his rant, if you want to call it that, after the game against Newcastle towards the VAR decisions that didn't rule out Newcastle's winner in the game. And he obviously cooled down to a certain extent, but in no way backing down from his point of view. Mick, so again, with your manager's perspective, did you look at his comments on Saturday night and think, you know what, I completely empathise, I would be the same, or did you think he was over the top?
The only reason I thought he was over the top is because the authorities might do to him and sanction him, fine him. I mean, he's got plenty of money to pay for that, but just any sanction he might have. I thought he was completely right to complain about it. Not the ball going out, because I still look at that. If the ball is hanging over the line, in some place it looks in, somebody looks out. But when the cross comes in, I definitely thought it was a foul on the big centre-back. That's Saliba, was it, at the far post. He's got both his hands in his back. He stopped him jumping. I couldn't believe it when it went to VAR that it didn't come back, that it was a foul. So, and he's passionate about it. We're all passionate about it. When you're involved in it, when you're the manager, you're taking everybody on board. You're taking the fans, you're taking the chairman, the directors, the players. You want to win so desperately. You can see that. Everybody does. When you feel like you're being cheated out of it, and I think he did on Saturday, I understood his rant. Yes, I did. And I think he's entitled to make it. I think he was a little bit, far calmer there and wanted to settle it down. But his points that he made were exactly right. It's still one person that's making that decision, of two people with VAR, but it's still a human's decision.
Do you agree with that, Richard? I mean, the tone of it, disgrace, embarrass, sickened, you know, all these... Like, I see what Mick's point of view, but the argument is that he's creating a culture around the game where the officials are under such incredible pressure, and it's not helping. Getting the clubs coming out then as well, backing up. You know, we saw it earlier in the season as well with Liverpool and their statement as well, that it's just the whole sort of climate around officials at the moment.
Yeah, I understand that because it drops back down into grassroots level and people think it's free-for-all on referees at times. I think the manager's emotions after the game got the better of him. He was too highly strung after the game, and it was too raw for him to really come out and comment. But that's his job as a Premier League manager. He has to come out, he has to give his opinion. So yeah, he probably went a bit strong. Now when you listen to him now, he's correct in what he's saying. He's very clear, and he can think clearer, I suppose, because it's calmed down the situation. He's there, but it's hard. It's hard for the manager. I mean, it's a tough one to take. But every time Arsenal lose, there's a problem. They have a row. They have an argument all the time. I think when the games go on, Arteta's almost leaning over the touchline at times, trying to influence the game. And I think because of that, that's where you get the whole emotion around Arsenal when they're playing matches. There's just too much at the moment for them.
He is a bit. He's very emotional, but you know, the managers, you see, they get all the fans that turn up, everything about it. You know, the whole game. You know, you've played it, not managed it, but they should give you 3 days before you go to the interview. That's what they should do. Come and interview you on Tuesday or something, and then you might have calmed down. Because, like you said, he was far calmer there. He was sensible in what he was saying. And I take your point, Tommy. The words that he used were inflammatory, and it does get passed down. But also, I'm not agreeing with it, but isn't that what people want to see as well? That's what the Arsenal fans want to see. That's what everybody to do with Arsenal want to see him react like that. And we're still talking about it.
And I think he said there, didn't he, that you want us to be honest when we talk to you in the interviews.